Hi everybody, this is Josie with Cedar Creek Homestead, and I just wanted to stop by and share a little information with you that I got. I've been hearing some other YouTube channels, some other homestead channels, talking about their canning jars and their lids and rings. And so I went to kind of investigate myself just to make sure that we were going to have enough for the year. I have a lot of stock, but my mother-in-law is going to be canning this year, and maybe even one of my sister-in-laws. I'm not 100% sure on that. But we want to make sure that we have plenty for our family, just so number one, we're eating what we're growing. Number two, we're saving money and we're putting things in jars and processing things that we know exactly what we're eating and trying to be as healthy as we can and to save money. That's an important thing too. And we really don't know about our food supply. We have to take that in consideration. And being as what I have always been trained and taught, that Proverbs 31 says that she looks well to the ways of her household. So that's what I'm trying to do, is to look well to the way of my household and those that I'm kind of feel responsible for, and making sure that they're eating good and that they are being taken care of, and our neighbors around us. And I'm sure you're doing the same thing. Well, what I wanted to talk to you about, not so much the jars, because we're still able to find jars, however the prices have went up a lot. The canning lids. Now, the Ball Canning site, Fresh Preserving, they'll tell you that they don't sell the lids on their website, and that they have reputable companies that they deal with. I've had several of my subscribers contact me that are new to canning and wanted to know what I thought about being able to locate lids, and that they had gotten, or they had found, where they could purchase lids on Amazon. Now, I am not talking bad about Amazon at all, but I do know that people have had bad experiences with getting counterfeit lids on there. And that they not only are they counterfeit, they're not good lids, but they're also charging an astronomical price to people that's just simply looking for something to provide for their families. So a word of caution to you: be careful about what you're getting on Amazon. Now, I think that I have probably been gullible in the past too, to think, well, it's in a box that says Ball or Kerr, but there are people that are very deceitful, and we know people that have gotten canning lids last year, and when they came in from where they ordered them on Amazon, they ended up being not good lids. And we want to make sure that we have the best that we possibly can, so that our produce is safe, our products are safe that we put in the jars. Now, I've done a lot of research today, and I thought that I had found a really good source last night. And you know how sometimes you put off doing something till the next day, you procrastinate, and then you mess up? Well, I did that. Yesterday, I went on Tractor Supply online, because I'm trying to stay out of the stores and everywhere I possibly can do things online, so that I'm not in there facing, all of the stuff that's going on right now. And so I went online and I found the lids for the canning jars. They didn't have any wide mouth. They had regular mouth, but I was going to order enough. I'd had a number in my head, and I thought, well, I'll order this just to add to the stock that I already have, just so that I can make sure that I have plenty, and so that I could share with others if they ran short. And so I saw them. They were there. And I was so tired last night. By the time I got everything done that I was looking at when I got home from church, and making a list of all of the things that I had to do today. I'm a list maker, and if I don't make a list, I forget some of the stuff that I needed to do. So I'd made a list, and then I thought, well, I don't want to drag all my stuff out tonight and make an order on Tractor Supply for my jars. I'll wait until in the morning. Well, you know what happened. I went on today. The lids are not available. They sold out. So I'm going to keep checking back, and hopefully I'll be able to get them in the near future. Now, someone said, one of you have said that you've heard from the manufacturers, and that they'll start shipping in March and April. That's good. Keep your eyeballs open, keep your ear to the ground, and know for sure where you can find some of that supply, because I believe what's going to happen this year, so many more people are canning and preserving, which is great. That's what we want people to do. Take charge, take control of your food supply, take control of what you're growing, what you're putting in jars and putting on the shelf for your family. Take charge of that. That's a good thing. But also what comes with that is not being able to find everything that we need right off the bat. So I'm suggesting that if you find canning lids, if you find canning jars, to purchase them. Now, you don't have to clear the shelves out so that nobody else gets any product, but if you find them, I would get them, because I feel like this year it's going to be harder than what it was last year to find product. Now, I have looked all over of the, at least the stores that are close enough here for me. Now, I haven't went in the stores. Like I said, I've been staying out of the stores, but I've been researching online, been listening to others, and I can tell you that Walmart did not have them. Now, they may actually have a few boxes inside the store when you go. My particular local Walmart did not have any available for me. And if we go online, other companies are selling on Walmart's website, but it's not actually Walmart. Other companies are supplying it, and I'm just not going to pay $30 or $40 a box for canning jars. I'm just not going to do it. And so Walmart was a no. Target was a no. They didn't have anything. I looked at our local hardware store. They don't have any. They may be getting them. You know, they kind of go, they're really seasonal. So it could be that they'll put theirs out in the next month or so, and I'm going to keep watching. But I tried, pardon me, I tried all of the local places. Our grocery store, the beginning, springtime last year when all the virus and everything was just getting started, they had half of an aisle that was canning supplies. And boy, it didn't take long for them to sell out, and they never restocked. So I don't know if maybe this year they'll have them again. I hope they do, because that means me and everybody else that's really looking for canning jars in our community, in our little tiny community, will be able to get some. And if I see them there, believe me, I'm going to get some of them. I'm going to try when I see them to get them and to put them back to stock. I tried Tractor Supply, and I tried Atwood's, and I tried all of the local stuff. I didn't try things that's not real local to us. I mean, that is far enough away from us, because of the shipping would just be so crazy. And I didn't try Amazon because I'm just cautious about Amazon. Howie and I, as you guys know that's watched us for a while, you know that every year we went to Shodo, to the Amish community up there, and we enjoyed all of our time with spending our anniversary looking through the Amish shops and the flea markets and going to the Amish stores up there. And one of the Amish stores in particular had the big sleeves of the canning lids. They had the wide mouth and the regular mouth, and I want to say one of them was 20 dozen, and I can't remember what the other one was, but they were like, one was in the $60 amount and the other one was in the $70 amount, and I would get those. We usually went on a trip in the spring up there just to get, you know, just to spend a Saturday and have fun. Or really, usually wasn't a Saturday, it was a day that they had fried chicken, because that at the Dutch pantry, because that's how his favorite was, fried chicken. And so we would usually go on the day that he was going to get that. And so we'd go in the spring and just have a day, and then in the fall on our anniversary we would go every year, and I would always buy the sleeves of canning lids, and just to put it back just for such a time as this. And so the springtime I got to do that. Of course, I used jar lids all summer long, and then replenish in the fall. And I never have ran out of jar lids. I just want to keep a perpetual amount going, every year, restock. So this year when we went in October, there wasn't any to be found. So, you always like to think that you've got your little secret place to get lids. Well, my secret place was discovered, and there wasn't any lids to be found. I also tried Uline, and I tried Fillmore containers. Fillmore containers didn't have any lids Uline had lids, but you're limited to 2 boxes of regular and 2 boxes of wide mouth. So you can get those if you get, you know, if you're willing just to get 4 boxes at a time and then just reorder, you know, every chance that you got to reorder, you could do that. So my other option was the reusable lids, the Tattler lids and the Harvest Guard lids. Now I have Tattler lids and they're in rotation they're already on my jars and they're in rotation, and I like the Tattler lids. I will say there is a learning curve. You have to learn, you know, you don't do it just like you do regular candy jars. You have to, you know, you don't tighten them down like you do your regular metal lids. You have you don't tighten it as much, and when you take it out, then you have to tighten it down. It is a learning curve, but it's easy. It really is. It's not anything to be scared of. If you can run your pressure canner and you can do that kind of stuff, you can really use these lids, and they are reusable. You can use them over and over and over again, as long as the little rubber gasket, let me show you what I'm talking about, as long as the little rubber gasket is still good, there's no nicks or cuts in it, you're able to use it. Now this one is for a regular jar, and it looks just like this. See, it's a rubber ring, and it goes with the plastic lids. I'll show those to you in just a second. Now, like I said, the Tattler lids that I have, they're already in rotation and they're being used on my jars. So when Howie and I got back from our trip to Shoto and we didn't get the canning lids from the Amish store, I went ahead and ordered from Harvest Guard, and that's what this big box right here is. Let me lift it up so you can see. This big box right here, and it's full of these canning lids. They give you options of sizes, and they have white lids and they have red lids, and I thought that I would like the red lids when I was canning things like tomato products or soups or something like that, that was going to stain the inside of the lids, because the lids are white, and you know, this is a regular, and it goes with this rubber ring, and so what it does is that rubber ring, it just sets on there like that, and see, it'll be on your lid like that. But anyway, I thought that maybe if I had red, that the white wouldn't stain so bad with soups or stews or something that was tomato based, although I really don't care if it was stained, but you were still able to reuse it. You know, I'll reuse it. So anyway, we came home and I ordered from this Harvest Guard. They have different amounts that you can order. The red right now is out of stock. They don't have any right now. I don't know if they're going to get them back or not, but right now the red is out of stock. But they do have the wide mouth and the regular mouth in the white. They also have the gaskets, the rubber rings that you can get. And I wrote it down. I'm going to have to look at it. You can get the regular, you can get 50 of the regular lids, and the rings come, or not the rings, the rubber gaskets, this comes with it, so 2 pieces. You can get 50 of those for $34. You can get 50 of the wide mouths for $38. And then they go up, and you can get 50, you can get 100, you can get 250. So there's different quantities that you get, and of course the prices change accordingly. But they come really nicely packed. You can see I ordered 100 of each. So I got 100 of these are the wide mouth rubber rings, and these are the regular mouth rubber rings. And they come packaged just like that. And then of course they have these are the regular, and then I have the large mouth, these. And they come packaged really nice. They came quickly. I ordered them and it was no time before they came. They also send a really good instruction paper, little cardboard insert with them in the box, and it gives you instructions on how to use them properly. It gives you tips and hints helpful hints and other information on the back of it. So this is something that you would want to keep. So I am going to be using these some this year. I have a lot of lids. I have a lot of rings. I have a lot of this type of lid and ring. So I just wanted to come to you and encourage you that you might start wanting to look around, and when you see lids and rings, or jars even, but your lids, don't pass them up. Go ahead and get them. If you think you have enough, but you find them, you may want to pick up a couple of more boxes, because we really don't know what the future holds. We think we kind of have a good idea, but you know, who would have thought that there'd be a run on canning rings and canning lids and the jars? So keep your head up and keep prepping on, keep canning, keep putting your produce up. And just another, I don't know if this part is true or not. One of my other subscribers, they were in a conversation and I kind of nosed in. Not really, they were talking on my thing, on my channel. And they were discussing vinegar, and if they were, pardon me, they were seeing a vinegar shortage in their area. Now I have not seen a vinegar shortage yet, but if you can a lot and you pickle a lot, vinegar is something else that you might want to use. Now I don't know if a vinegar shortage could be from canning, people getting ready to can, or they're using it for cleaning, because vinegar is a good cleaning product too. So anyway, I hope those things helped y'all. I hope it encourages you to keep your eyes open and look for those canning supplies. Make sure that you're not trusting sources that are not approved. But if you'll go on Ball's canning site, it's freshpreserving.com. They'll show you the stores that they sell to: True Value, Ace Hardware, Walmart, Target, Kroger, and there's a few other ones, and those are ones that they say they definitely sell to. I'm not saying that they don't sell to others, but be very careful going on Amazon's site and trusting that you're going to get the right kind of product, because people have gotten counterfeit. We sure don't want you to do all of that work of trying to put up your food for your family, and then something happen and your jars fail or your lids fail. So anyway, this is Josie from Cedar Creek Homestead, and I hope this helps you. Y'all have a good day. We'll see you later.